right, cool. Continuing our Montana Cross Camp interviews, Lizzy Gunsalus, right? Where are you from?
Dudley, Massachusetts.
So your family is pretty big into cycling. Is that how you got your start in the sport?
Yeah. My brother and my dad.
Did you guys do a lot of traveling around and racing together?
I mean, yeah, a little bit. We didn't really go like too far. We started at like BMXing, like Friday night stuff, so we would travel like maybe like an hour to do that, but it wasn't anything really big.
Do you still ride BMX at all?
No.
No.
That was like, I was like 5 until I was like 8. It was fun, but I never really got super into it.
So how and when did you get into cyclocross then?
I think I was like 8 because you couldn't race the juniors race until you were racing age 9. So as soon as I could possibly get on my hands on a cross bike, I did.
Mm-hmm. And what about the discipline have you enjoyed?
Honestly, I think it's just like the effort and like the community and like how everyone is so close.
Is someone back there like poking fun at you?
Yeah, everyone.
Speaking of the community, so I know Greg is a little bit older than you, and growing up we don't always want to listen to our parents. Did you take instruction from them? How was that relationship?
My parents or my brother?
Both your parents and your brother. How were those relationships?
Well, I think like when I was younger, as like a junior, I always looked up to my brother because he was 3 years older than me. So he was always like that one step ahead, and I always wanted to be like them. So I like stretched myself to like do everything that he could do. And I think I got most of my mentorship from him. I got a lot from my parents, like a lot of mentorship from everyone, I guess.
Speaking of mentorship, last year was a big year for you. You signed on with the Cannondale Cyclocross World Devo program. How was your first year with Stu and the crew?
Awesome. Like everyone on the team, like the vibe is just like, it's great. Everyone on the team is so like willing to help you, and like everyone on the pro team, it's like the connection between like the Devo team and the pro team. It's awesome. I love it.
What's the biggest thing that you learned? Is there one thing that you can look at from this past season?
For like being on Cannondale?
Yeah.
Well, honestly, like I really looked forward to doing like all my pre-rides with like even like Hyde and Katie and even like Chan and Matt. Like I learned a lot of like different like tips and tricks and like stuff that I didn't even know like about.
That's cool. And so your favorite rider, who is that?
Definitely like Katie Keogh. She's awesome. She's just like she's a very quirky person, but she's a beast on the bike.
Was that before you joined the team or
I've
after?
always looked up to Katie. She's awesome.
And so did you get a chance to like pre-ride with her and,
yeah,
and learn
I've
from her
gotten a
and
chance
stuff?
to, because last year at Montana she was a coach.
Ah, yes.
So I got really close with her then, and then I had a season with her on the team, and she's just like an amazing person to be around.
So I know you've obviously been really good for a while, and your new teammate is Katie Klaus. Are you ever disappointed, in U.S. Cyclocross that your name is not Katie?
No, I don't think so. I mean, not everyone's named Lizzy, so.
There's Katie Compton, Katie Keogh, Katie. So you're a junior in high school coming up this year. And it looks like what do you enjoy doing in school?
In school? Well, I'm gonna take AP Chemistry this year, and I'm super into heavy mathy subjects. Chemistry, I love. I think those are like my favorite 2 subjects.
So I've heard that from a number of your fellow campers here. Do you think there's like a connection between like math and cyclocross, or? I
mean, maybe. I don't know. Maybe like calculations with like all like everything that goes on. I don't know. Maybe if you're like a numbers person, you like cross. I don't know.
Are you into like checking out power numbers and all that?
Yeah, I don't really get super into like the numbers like situation. I kind of let my coach handle that, but I obviously think that the numbers are super important. They show a lot. But I don't really get like super into it, like, oh, my numbers aren't perfect, I'm not going to ride good today.
So I'm guessing this year coming up, Worlds is probably a big goal for you, huh?
Yeah, that's definitely like the biggest goal is getting there, and then obviously trying to perform well, but I'm taking it one step at a time.
So, and I know also the last couple nationals haven't gone the best for you.
It happens. It's cross. You're not going to win every single race. I mean, I'm literally 16 years old. It was 1 year.
Well, it sounds like a very mature...
Yeah, no, I never really, like, dwell on anything that happens in a race. Like, everyone's going to crash. You have to get up. It's just how you deal with it.
So you don't like, is that at all though, like up on the calendar, you know, kind of thinking back, do you think back about that, looking ahead to Nats coming up this year?
Yeah, I mean, I always look back on it, but I'm not going to say like, oh, I didn't do well, I crashed there, and I'm going to crash when I go to Tacoma. I'm just trying to like, it's a race. It's literally one race.
That's true. It's a very mature mindset to have. Does this come perhaps from having an older brother? And
I mean, maybe. I mean, I think I've always had like that, like take one step back and like evaluate the situation kind of mindset. But I think I've learned a lot from my parents to not be a head case all the time.
Okay.
But I mean, I always have my crazy Lizzy days. I mean, everyone has those days where you're just like completely out of it and nothing is going your way. But I mean, I feel like you have to have those days to appreciate the better days, like more.
So also turning 17 means you get to race UCI Cyclocross. Are you going to be doing the touring the, you know, doing the scene this year? And what are your thoughts on kind of going into racing against the elites?
I'm just like so excited because this past like cross season, I didn't race with the Cat 3 women because I just needed to like do something a little bit harder. So I raced with the 3 men. Mm-hmm. That was so hard, but like I learned a lot from it. And like no Cat 3 men's going to show you any mercy. So you definitely learn how to be aggressive on a bike. But I'm kind of excited to race with like high caliber women that like are willing to like go hard and be aggressive and like get me ready to go to Europe.
Well, cool. Well, we're excited to see what you can do. So thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me here.
Thank you.
Cool.